Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to know that I appreciate you and I think you're awesome. And this video is going to be all over the map. Let's start out by letting you know there's going to be a good bit of snow up here in this part of the world over the next 48 hours, right after the storm we've just had moves out. And that storm dropped a whole lot of tornadoes, did a whole lot of damage, but most people survived. The next big severe weather potential storm we'll be watching out for will be around the end of the month on March 31st, with some of the same areas being watched for possible tornadoes, severe weather, and then heavy rain as this part of the tail that will move east will drop more heavy rain over the same areas that got some last time. Although Ian of Team Jet Weirding is letting us know that this storm on the 25th in the northeast will pack some punch and some heavy winds along with heavy rain. All right, I went downtown into the city, boots on the ground, trying to find clues about what the mystery orange light was that appeared over Houston last night. And the only clues I found were that the majority of the city seemed to support Ukraine, who have been hit with over 1,100 missiles by Russia in the last month and an invasion. Although some people are saying that the logical answer to the red light of doom over Houston is the fact that one of the plants in Baytown was doing some heavy flaring of natural gas. And sure, swamp gas, natural gas, you can believe whatever you want to. Definitely, it seems like natural gas has been sending signals all month, but it'll still remain a mystery, I guess. Or you can believe whatever you want to, because that's how life works. Speaking of signals, North Korea fired an intercontinental ballistic missile 648 miles into the waters just west of Japan, which pissed off South Korea, Japan, and I guess the USA. And then North Korea was like, hey man, if we want to have defense, we need to have nukes. And then they said they were preparing for a long-term imminent conflict with the United States of America. So, yeah, these are really super duper crazy days, dude. It has been a month since the invasion started, and wow. Hey, man, if you step outside an hour before sunrise, you can look and see Venus sandwiched in between Mars and Saturn in your sky. And hopefully things will calm down after Venus moves past Saturn on the 28th, 29th. Although we will be watching around the 4th of April for a full red alert when Mars and Saturn conjoin. Usually that starts a new 2-year cycle of big problems. So we'll get a better idea of what our new big problems to deal with over the next 2 years will be around April 4th. And then you've got Mercury, Neptune, and Jupiter. Neptune and Jupiter will be conjoining in our sky, I think on the 9th of April. So April's going to be a big month, but everything should calm down, and April should be a better month than March, in my opinion. We don't talk about Bruno, no. Sorry. All right, for the next 3 to 7 day hazards outlook, hey, Southern California, you guys are going to be getting heavy rain on the 27th and 28th. Heavy rain the 29th to the 31st for that whole giant area that I was telling you about. It's going to be super hot over here and then super cold over here because Earth is like a McDLT snow globe. So there you go. We've got big new sunspots growing on the sun, and that will be turning to face Earth in a couple days. So that is exciting as we look for the sun to start its next very active period. I think the solar flux is 110 right now. And we will keep our eye on these things as they are growing fast together as a team. And you can see here that this side of the sun is definitely very active. And there was a backside sunspot that popped off a major coronal mass ejection that we saw from the backside. So we could be getting more solar activity days, which are always way more exciting. And remember, civilizations tend to crumble during solar minimums and then rise during solar maximums. It is predicted we will be hitting solar maximum around 2025, so expect still this year to be really choppy and sketchy. And just like the moon and full moon seems to affect people's mood, I don't know, at this point, I would say somehow the planetary energy seem to affect things. And so having Mars and Venus and Saturn so close together in the sky has really made for a super dangerous and conflicty March, man. Yeah, it's a crazy world, and we have been on the brink and closer to World War III than we've ever been in my whole life this whole last month. So pat yourself on the back and have yourself a sundae or a cupcake to say, hey, good job, Astro Fight Club, because once again, we have been preventing and predicting World War III pretty much every single day. But you can see here you got Earth, and then you got Venus, and then here comes Mars. Mars is littler than Venus. I don't know if you knew that. But yeah, these are crazy days, dude. And always the galactic center is always a little creepy. And it looks like, you know, there are things inside the galactic center. Anyway, what's it talk about? Anytime we get dryness signals, which is the black marks, we are on the lookout for like a 30 to 40% chance of earthquake or volcano eruption. And so you're getting one across Mexico here right now. And we had that rock slide, landslide, tear in the land the other day. And then you're getting some down here. And remember, we had the 5.0 earthquake in Haiti yesterday. So we will keep our eye out. But yeah, rainfall amounts have been upped as well. And now a half of an inch to 3/4 inches of rain. I've now been jacked up to 2 inches of rain for Southern California. And you guys could get some decent snow levels. And so this will be around the 27th and 28th as a low pressure system moves in. So be on the lookout for rain, lightning, and thunder, LA. A paralyzed man communicates his first words in months using a brain implant and says, hey, I want a beer. Who can blame him? And Kat Dennings is saying, getting in shape is so hard and so boring, not to mention the heavy machinery and the constant showering involved. It honestly seems bad for the environment. And yeah, it's hard to get in like spring mentality to be like, all right, I'm definitely going to lose the extra 30 to 50 pounds I gained during the pandemic when A, the pandemic isn't totally over, and B, we're on the brink of World War III every day, especially when they're like, there are going to be major food supply shortages. I'm like, I guess I better be eating all these ding-dongs and Snickers now then, because they may be gone tomorrow. Now, when Russia took over Crimea had 2.5 million people. Russia has 110 million people. They've invaded Ukraine, which has 44 million people. And it doesn't seem like their invasion has gone very well. They've had a lot of logistical problems with troops for the food, communications, troop morale. And yeah, it seems like they're stuck in a quagmire. So hopefully we will come to a peaceful conclusion to the situation in the near future. Pray for peace, buddy. But it definitely seems like kind of a battle of world orders. You have Russia, who is like Christian communist. Then you have the America, who is capitalist Christian. And then you have China, which is communist. Oh, how would you classify their religion? Anywho. And then you have North Korea. Like I said, they launched an intercontinental ballistic missile. And they're like, hey, buddy, they're definitely saber rattling. And so now, you've got all the superpowers and their friends on one side or the other. You had NATO meeting today to discuss how to deal with the situation. And I said this under Trump and I say this under Biden. While the pandemic is still going on, I don't understand the reason why you need to go to a bunch of in-person group meetings. Anyway, I would say play maximum defense, especially for the leader of the free world. But nobody listens to me, or not many people, or not the head, whatever. Space.com is saying that odd circular shape beneath the ocean in Google Earth images is probably not aliens. Maybe it's natural gas flaring. Who knows? Hey, hydrostatic equilibrium. That's impressive. Maybe it's a crust pimple. But yeah, these strange days indeed, man. Winter and summer battle it out for supremacy in the thing we call spring. Record warmth is expected in San Joaquin Valley this afternoon. Record warmth. So California's about to heat up and then get some rain. Hawaii, you be breezy. The USA has welcoming 100,000 refugees from Ukraine and stepping up sanction on like 400 of the Russian elite dudes or whatever. And they're going to block Russian central bank gold. It's so weird to be back into a kind of hot Cold War, man. Hey, winter's not done. I think this is in Canada. And it was snowy in Canada for sure. You had a major, massive fire at a Maine plastics plant, I think, this morning. What was this? Large industrial fire at the Penobscot Macrum potato factory. Potatoes? Oh, no. The facility contains tanks full of ammonium. Anyway, but yeah, I guess, poor potatoes. Miley Cyrus's airplane was hit by lightning. They had to do an emergency landing. But she then, the next day, went and did her show in Colombia where they were all like, "We love you, Miley." And she was like, "Yeah, I came in like a lightning wrecking ball." Dang. Anyway, so like Saturday, you got strong upper level low coming in. Could bring some lightning grapple, thunder grapple. But yeah, and then you got rain coming to SoCal. And then about a week from now, you got your next big storm. We don't talk about Bruno, no. A major funeral firm collapses, leaving fears over payments. We're talking about 45,000 customers who were sold funeral plans and plots. Those will no longer be honored. Yeah, you're going to see some weird things happening in business because they've been in a hot economic war between the West and the East for a while now. So, yeah, it's a weird world, man. Hey, check out this dust storm pushing through the heart of Argentina's wine country. It's definitely been dust storm season starting up again for a lot of people, it seems. All right, I hope I've answered all your questions. I hope you have a wonderful evening. I hope you have a great weekend. And I love you, Asteroid Fight Club. Thank you for being so awesome to me. Stay cool and pray for peace, and we will make it through this together to better days. God bless everyone.